Well, greetings. My name is Tom Sacoma and
Flor Dimassi.
And we are the co-founders of GlobalSpeak Translations, and today's session is brought to you in partnership with the GST Media Team. Well, Mr. Dimassi, I appreciate you taking the time out today. I know that given the situation with the coronavirus, you still have your the workload of all the projects that you have going on a global basis, and you're occupied non-stop. But when this coronavirus became the reality, I noticed that you stepped back for just a second and you decided to take care of all the coronavirus literature that was coming in, both from our clients and the public sector. Kind of tell me a little bit about that. Our audience would like to know.
Well, as you know, when all these things started, we didn't really know how grave it was. We started getting none of us did, and slowly we were learning how the situation was developing. So we started receiving documents and information that needed to be translated in order to let the employees know what the situation was.
You know, I noticed on that note, they were coming in just one after another, and you were balancing almost like you were juggling chainsaws. But then they were coming in and you were like, this is important, and this is important, but this is immediate. I was impressed with that.
We thank you. We made it a priority because then we realized how important this was and that everybody needed to have this information at hand.
Right.
So we made it our priority. We delivered it as soon as possible in all possible languages, and we decided to make it free of charge.
I understand. You know, I've been working with you now for the last 8 years, and everything that you do always impresses me. And this, it was like, my goodness, this happened such at a rapid pace. And that's on top of some of the other programs that you've been invited to speak at. You've been videoed by other companies. I believe someone wrote an article on you. I don't know when it's going to be published. I think it's the University of St. Thomas.
Correct.
And then there's some other things that are in the future, but which is all good. But you don't want to lose your focus on what you're here to do. And you know, one thing I've noticed, I noticed that you put out, you had our media team put this blog out about the pandemic, and tell your audience a little bit more about what this blog's all about.
Well, as all this was developing itself, I realized how important it was going to be for companies and how their human resources, their processes, their procedures are going to be changed on the global basis. So that is something that is inevitable. And whenever they are ready to change those processes, GlobalSpeak will be here with them in order to help them convey the message.
Oh, so basically what you're sharing is that you're seeing the inevitable. You're seeing the next step. It's almost like you're playing chess. You know that companies have to evolve and embrace this situation of the coronavirus and change their internal manuals. And because this is a global event, it needs to be in all languages. That's pretty impressive.
That is correct. That is correct. It's something inevitable. We have to adjust to the new world, right? Where we need to take precautions and we need to be ready.
Mr. Rossi, again, I'm always impressed. Now, we both run kind of different sides of the house, and I handle the operations and you on the linguistic side, and we both have to work in tandem and oftentimes remotely because we are a virtual entity. But the way you work with your global team members and get the work done, especially in this time of need, and one thing I certainly want to address, and I know the listening public would like to address also, is the fact that the first thing you did, you realized that it was going to be a change in dynamic in the business world. And then I was impressed when you said the first priority is for our team members, their safety, their homes, and their compensation.
Definitely. We were very lucky that we have this technology and that we can continue operations 24/7 thanks to that. We work remotely. We wanted to make sure that all of our team members are safe, that their families are safe, and that they have what they need in order to deliver.
Absolutely. In their loyalty to you and GlobalSpeak is impressive. When you made those phone calls, there wasn't even I don't think so. There was, yes, Mr. Dimassi, yes.
Oh, no, definitely. We're very, very close.
Very close. The technology, and the one thing, and it would be important that I share this, is that the ease and flexibility of how you kind of run GlobalSpeak. I know that we recently had a project that was supposed to be an interpretation project in South America, but the pandemic became a reality.
Yes.
And the two entities needed to communicate. And I was impressed how you leverage online technologies and took a face-to-face meeting, were able to incorporate both those in an online visual setting, and then the client was completely satisfied. How'd you come up with that idea?
The necessity, the need of that meeting that needed to take place. So they were both looking for different options, and I said, well, we can have a platform where we can still communicate in both languages, and we can deliver the message.
So you made it happen. You made it happen. Oh, bravo, bravo.
Thank you.
Well, Ms. Dimassi, as much as we can talk more about this on a more lengthy basis, but I appreciate the time where you and I can have this frank discussion and kind of share, with the listening audience, really what GlobalSpeak's all about. Yes, we're an oil and gas translation company. We put forth highly technical manuals. We're sought after by a lot of entities and even other translation companies because we have the bandwidth in which to do this technical work. And it is technical. But at the same time, there's the human side of the spirit that you created in this company, and it's all about humanity, making this world a better world.
Oh, no, definitely. And this is an opportunity for us to contribute back to not only our community, our society, but to the world.
Outstanding. Well, I guess we're here at GlobalSpeak Translation. We are battling the coronavirus, translating it one word at a time. Ms. Dimassi, thank you very much for today. And to everyone out there in the listening audience, thank you so much. We appreciate your faith in GlobalSpeak Translations until the next big project. GlobalSpeak Translations, your business in every language. Yes, indeed. Thank you very much. Bye now.